It was a demonstration that filled the streets of Port of Spain from Park Street all the way to Independence Square. So much so that it attracted participants beyond the cause proposed by the organizers, the premature proclamation of Section 34 and a lobby for the dismissal of 2 government ministers. The so-called March for Good Governance, called by the Joint Trade Union Movement in collaboration with the opposition PNM, presented a united front against what the marchers saw as a failing government.
At noon, the crowd was far from the eventual police estimate of over 20,000, and the square at the heart of the city, where many a movement has started, was the muster point. These Woodford Square limers, oblivious of the crowd about to usurp their territory. The PNM faithful and those unhappy about Section 34 grew in their numbers as they enjoyed the last bit of shade and limbered for the walk, listening intently to every pronouncement and instruction of the leaders, and then setting off up Abercrombie Street. The bells rang with that extra vigor in front of this ministry. Across Duke Street and down St. Vincent Street, about to make another brief and very vocal stop at this most important office of government. As they crossed Independence Square North for the first time, motorists were delayed on their journeys by some 10 minutes as the demonstrators snaked through. The road, usually traveled by thousands of cars every day, was the pivot where the demonstration swung and headed back uptown. Surging east across Independence Square, the multitudes halted heading up Henry Street, feeder bands of people joining the crowd. Some of the leaders able to exchange some words above the din. The onlookers at the corner of Park and Frederick seemed to inject the crowd with more energy. It's 3:45, and after marching up and down through Port of Spain in this march for good governance, the crowd is finally grinding to a halt here on Independence Square. Now, the head of the march is across from Lara Promenade West, and the tail of the march, as you can see, is still coming down Frederick Street. And even though they spent the entire day drumming, they still had energy to share with the marchers. Some of the marchers explained exactly why this was important to them.
The state of the country right now, everybody had a voice, and I think there's an opportunity to let people who run in the country know that everything is not as kosher as we like it to be.
Many battles that the people of Trinidad and Tobago are fighting, but it is one war, and we are fighting against the same ideas, the corruption. We are fighting against all the ills that this government is doing to us.
I don't like what is going on in my country. I don't like the ills of the government. After fighting against all what the PNM do that they were against, they come now and they do the same thing on it most.
And when the march was over, they assembled to be addressed once again. Jabari Fraser, TV6 News.